Welcome, my friends, to a journey of incredible transformation and blessing. Today, we embark on a beautiful exploration of the fruits of the Holy Spirit, those divine virtues that God longs to cultivate in each of our lives. You see, when we open our hearts to God's presence and allow His Spirit to work within us, something miraculous happens. It's like a tiny seed being planted in fertile ground, growing into a magnificent tree bearing delicious fruit. The fruits of the Spirit are evidence of His love flowing through us, transforming us from the inside out. As we journey together through each fruit, get ready to receive His abundant blessings, to experience a deeper connection with Him, and to witness His goodness overflowing into every area of your life. Are you ready? Let's begin. Love, my friends, is the foundation of everything. It's the very essence of God's character. Think about it. God so loved the world that He gave His only Son. That's how much He cherishes each and every one of us. And when we allow God's love to fill our hearts, we can't help but share it with others. It spills out of us in our words, our actions, and even in the way we think about others. This love isn't based on feelings or circumstances. It's a deliberate choice we make each day to see others through the eyes of God. Joy, real joy, isn't just a fleeting feeling you get when things are going well. It's a deep-seated, unwavering sense of peace and contentment that comes from knowing God is in control. The world may throw storms our way, but with God in our hearts, we can have a song in our souls. We can face challenges with confidence, knowing that God is working everything together for our good. This joy, it's a gift from the Holy Spirit, and it's available to all who believe. So no matter what you're facing today, remember, you are loved, you are blessed, and you have a reason to rejoice. We live in a world that's constantly on the go, a world filled with noise and worry. But God offers us something different, His peace. This isn't the absence of problems, but a deep-seated calmness that comes from knowing that He is in control. Even when life throws its curveballs, even when things seem chaotic, we can rest in the assurance that God is with us. He is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in times of trouble. So when anxieties try to overwhelm you, remember to breathe, to pray, and to trust in His unfailing peace. Patience, my friends, is a virtue that's developed over time. It's about trusting in God's timing, even when things don't happen as quickly as we'd like. We live in a world of instant gratification, but some of the most beautiful things in life, like a delicate flower or a mighty oak tree, take time to grow. And just like a gardener patiently tends to his seeds, we too can learn to embrace the journey, trusting that God is working behind the scenes, preparing us for something amazing. So, when you're feeling impatient, remember God is faithful and His timing is always perfect. Kindness. It's like a warm embrace on a cold day. It's about showing compassion and generosity to everyone we meet, just as God has shown it to us. You see, every person we encounter is fighting their own battles, facing their own challenges. A simple act of kindness, a smile, a helping hand, a listening ear, can make all the difference in someone's life. Let's be the hands and feet of Jesus, spreading His love and kindness wherever we go. Goodness is more than just being nice. It's about living a life of integrity, being honest and upright in all that we do. It's about letting our light shine so brightly that others see God's love reflected in us. When we make goodness a priority, when we strive to do what's right, even when no one is watching, we honor God and inspire others. Remember, people may forget what you say, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Let's make them feel loved, valued, and respected. Faithfulness is a two-way street. It's about being reliable and trustworthy in our relationships with others, but it's also about trusting in God's unfailing love and promises for us. Just as God is faithful to us, never leaving us nor forsaking us, we are called to be faithful to Him, to our loved ones, and to ourselves. Even when things get tough, even when we stumble and fall, God's love remains constant. He is always there to pick us up, dust us off, and set our feet back on solid ground. Gentleness isn't about being weak or passive. It's about having strength under control. It's about responding with kindness and understanding, even when we've been wronged. Think of a gentle breeze compared to a raging storm. Both have power, but one is destructive while the other is life-giving. Let's be those who bring peace and healing to the world, those who respond with grace instead of anger, with understanding instead of judgment. Remember, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Self-control is about making choices that align with God's will, even when they're not easy. It's about saying no to temptation and yes to what honors God. We all face temptations, but with the power of the Holy Spirit, we can resist them and make choices that lead to life and freedom. It's about taking our thoughts captive and making them obedient to Christ. Remember, we are more than conquerors through Christ who loves us, and with Him, we can overcome any obstacle. Thank you for joining us in exploring the fruits of the Holy Spirit. Remember, these virtues aren't just words on a page. They're meant to be lived out in our daily lives. As you go about your week, I encourage you to choose one fruit to focus on. Ask God to help you cultivate that virtue in your heart and to show you ways to express it in your interactions with others. May these virtues grow in your life and bring you closer to God. And remember, with God, all things are possible.